y'all, welcome to Tuesday, April the 28th workout. Like I said yesterday, we'll start including warm-ups on Zen Planner. Today we have a little bit of one built in, so I'll put a little bit just to get your heart rate up and get moving, and then you can get right into this 5 minute, every minute on the minute, 2 times through the Bergner warm-up. And the Bergner warm-up looks like this. Once you've completed 2 times through the Bergner warm-up every minute for 5 minutes, we have 2 different sets of skill work you're gonna do. We've done this a lot, y'all. This is the way we can keep you fresh on the bar path and on these movements, these Olympic lifting movements, without actually doing them if you don't have the right equipment. So everyone has a PVC pipe, broomstick, something like that. That's why we ask you just to keep repeating the skill itself. That way, once we put a barbell back in your hand at the gym, you haven't lost the skill itself. You haven't lost the technique. You're just gonna have to build back up to the weight a little bit. Okay, but if you really tighten everything down and work on these on the every minute on the minute, you'll really be fresh on the bar path and how it goes once we get back in, okay? So every minute for 5 minutes, you're gonna do 2 times through the snatch sequence, and that's the same one we've been doing lately, and it looks like this. Arms wide. We're gonna get to our setup position. We're gonna do a 3-stop deadlift. 1, 2, 3, holding tight at each position and up. You don't have to do the cheerleader ponytail pop. I don't know what that was. Then we're gonna do a snatch high pull, reset. Then we're gonna do a full squat snatch, stand it up, an overhead squat, and then we're gonna put it behind our neck and we're gonna do a snatch balance. Dip, drive, punch under the bar, and stand it up. And then after your 5 minutes of the snatch sequence, you're gonna go straight into 5 minutes of the clean sequence, which is the same basic movement, just in the clean grip, and it looks like this.
As quickly as possible. The 5-minute EMOM, every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. We're gonna work through a 3-stop clean deadlift, a clean pull, a clean, that's full squat clean, a front squat, and a push jerk. So I'm going to bring it down for you in each set. We're just doing each of those one time. The 3-stop clean deadlift, just don't get bogged down in the complexity of the name, but just follow the instructions that are in the name. So 3-stop means there's 3 stops on the way up to the deadlift. We start with our feet hip width apart. We start with our hands just outside our knees. We're going to imagine that the barbell is on the ground. If you don't have a barbell, you can also use a PVC pipe. We're imagining that it's resting on bumpers on the ground, so it's about mid-shin. Our first stop in the 3 stops is going to be just 2 inches off the ground. So 2 inches up and right at the knee for a couple of seconds. Then we're going to move into the pockets, and then we're going to stand. So to review those, it goes like this. 1 stop, 2 stops, 3 stops, stand. Then to the clean pull, which looks like this. Notice I didn't intentionally do a high pull because really when you're doing a clean, you never pull the bar that high. You pull the bar to about right here, and then you're going to pull yourself underneath the bar into a full squat clean. So the clean pull is designed to help to initiate that big drive of the hips and the shoulders. So we get the bar this far, and that's about it. So the clean pull. Then we're going to move to a full squat clean. Full squat clean, hips, feet beneath the hips, barbell stays close to the body. We're going to deadlift up to the knee, jump and shrug, drop into a full squat, stand up. Ideally, the front squat has the barbell resting on the shoulders. We're not holding it out in front, but we're doing our best to rest it on this shelf that we create by lifting our elbows as high as they'll go. Our feet are shoulder width apart. We're going to try to keep our elbows high and our chest high as we send our hips and butt back and down. Hip crease passes below the knee. And we stand back up. Keeping our elbows high and our chest high. Our heels are on the ground. Notice I'm not trying to hold the bar with my full grip. I can to loosen my grip because it's resting on my shoulders. The push jerk is going to start, hands outside the shoulders, feet go back to hip width apart. We're going to dip, drive the barbell up with our shoulders, our hips, every part of us, we're jumping in the air basically, and then we're going to land in a partial squat. So we're just dip, drive, and drop. I'm just catching in this position. I'm not catching and then dropping anymore. I'm just catching with my arms fully extended, and I stand up. Dip, drive, drop, stand. One more time.
All right, so we should be good and warm by then, okay? We've done a lot of movement so far. Now we're going into our workout. Okay, today is just dead sprints, okay? These are 100-meter sprints, and you're gonna end up doing 10 of them. So every 3 minutes for 30 minutes, we want you to do a 100-meter sprint. I know not everybody is familiar with how to find distances outside. I'd ask you to spend some time before you start the workout to play with something like one of the Map My Run type apps or something, and maybe as part of your warm-up, walk out a 100-meter distance so that you can get it on your phone and see where your stopping point's gonna be. Use that as a warm-up so that your first run isn't a trial. You want your first one to be one of the good ones. Okay, so make sure you mark out your distance in your warm-up time before. And on these, I think I would just do a straightaway instead of having like a 50-meter with a turnaround. Just do every 3 minutes for 30 minutes, do a 100-meter sprint straight away, and then just do all your resting down there, and then turn and come back. Okay, that way we don't have to change it and make it a shuttle run style, because I know that turnaround slows you down. Okay, so if you have a space that you can do a 100-meter straight shot, that is ideal. And then like always, we ask you just to finish up by bringing your heart rate down, kind of wrapping up your workout. That's a great time to go ahead and put in your score and Zen planner while you walk and catch your breath around the neighborhood. Enjoy these beautiful days we've been having. Miss you guys so much, and we hope to get back into the gym really, really soon.